crafters, paper crafters. It's Jackie Ball-Hayes from Confidence Stampers. I am excited to share with you today volume number 5. I had to double check of our Creativity Made Simple series that I've been doing. So this is the 5th one. If you missed the other 4, you can find those on my channel. But this is where I come to you each month and share brand new card making templates with you. You can follow along, make the templates with me, start and stop the video as you need to grab all of the measurements, and then make your stash of templates. I've got mine right here with all my measurements on the back. And then when I go to create, I literally flip through these and go, ooh, I like that design. I'm gonna make my card like that. Look at the back of it. I've got all the measurements and it makes card making super easy. So today we're gonna make 3 new templates and then I have card samples to share with you using the Ocean Friends bundle. One of my favorite right now. I love the crab and the lobster in this bundle. So I'll show you some samples that are part of the tutorial. Otherwise, follow along, make your templates, and I hope you use them. So let's flip the camera down and let's start making this month's templates. Alrighty, let's dive into this month's first template. So this is number 16 if you're creating along with this whole series. And we're gonna start like we always do with our card front. Now this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It represents a card front. I only use, just the front instead of actually folding it in half, just to conserve cardstock and also make my stack of all my templates a little bit thinner. So here's our card. Then we have 2 circles. Now these are 1 3/4. You could definitely vary the size of these. Mine just happen to be 1 3/4, and that's what's written down. And then this is kind of our focal layer base, and this is 2 3/4 by 4. So what we're going to do is first stick down our little circles, and we're gonna kind of go up to this corner and then down to that corner. Now remember with templates, you can use different shapes, change the sizes if you need to. I mean, these could be, well, actually, I'll show you one of my samples. This can be a cutout shape. It can be something other than a circle. So templates are nothing more than just your starting point, okay? You can fancy your cards up by adding more layers. Like I said, this piece right here is 2 3/4 by 4. You could make it a little bit smaller and put a back behind it. You could put a layer behind it anyways, keep it this size, whatever. Then for this one, we have a sentiment layer that is 2 3/4 by 3/4. And again, vary that size if you need to, okay? So there is what our basic template looks like. So this is template number 16 in the series. Now I do have to tell you that if you get the tutorial, and I'll tell you how to get that here in a little bit, the last sheet in the tutorial is actually this piece that you can cut out. And it has all of the measurements for all of the templates that are part of this month's class. So what I do is I just cut them apart like that, throw those aside, and then I take this and I just glue it onto the back. So if you don't have this printout, you certainly could just handwrite on the back. But I like to have all my measurements back there because now as I use my templates, and you can see I got a good stack of them going here, anytime I grab one, I can flip it over and know exactly what my measurements are. So there is this one. Let's go ahead and bring in my samples. Now, the step-by-step instructions for these are all in the tutorial. So the written tutorial looks like this. It's long. We've got, with this one, 6 different cards, all using the Ocean Friends bundle. And it gives you all the measurements to create your template, as well as step-by-step for the cards. But you can see here, I follow the template pretty darn close. My greeting layer, my focal layer, I did make this a little bit smaller so I could add that black background back there. I've got my circles and a little bit of stamping, but that card was created using the template. Now, remember, bouncing off point, that's your starting point. My second card that's part of the tutorial uses that template, but what I did is I turned it this way, okay? this way, although I guess I went these two corners. And rather than putting circles, I put the little bit of die cut seaweed underneath it. But again, this is where my bouncing off point was to create this card. So I cut this layer the same size. And for my greeting, since I wanted to just use that little love you, I made it obviously much smaller to fit my card. So those are the two samples, and the ones that are included as part of the Ocean Friends tutorial. And then there is template number 16. So let's set that aside. We are ready for template number 17. Now this one's a little bit different. We are actually starting, here's our card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Our little sentiment layer is 1 1/4 by 2, but then we have 3 pieces and they are all 2 by 4 1/4. So for this one, the whole, I guess, idea of the template to start with is to tear off a side of these. Now you can tear at more of an angle. You know, we could even kind of go down this way. Doesn't really matter. You can make it, you know, however you want. And these are going to actually layer underneath each other. So it's just really a different look that torn. Now, as I'm tearing, make sure you notice how I'm tearing upward. That's what gives you the more nicer frayed edges on the top. So this part's coming off. This is the piece I'm keeping, and I'm tearing upward. Now, to stick these on, what you're going to want to do is decide what order, okay, they're going to go in. I think we'll do it like that. And then you're going to start with the top one. Now, I did about 1 inch up, and I can use my grid paper for this. We'll just line it up here down on the 3. There's my 4. Okay, and that just kind of helps move it up there. So if you go up about 1 inch, that should be just about right to be able to squeak all of these in there. So we'll do the next one. We'll put that one about right there. Okay, there's the second. And then the bottom layer we put on last. And we can do that. Now remember, any of these, those layers, you could do designer series paper, any colors, you could do a combination. These could be, a little edge sticking up there. It could be a whole combination of different things. So, and then our little sentiment banner is going to go up here at the top. Okay. So again, this was 1 1/4 by 2, and our layers were 4 1/4 by 2. So there's the basic template. Now, I am going to show you just one of the cards that's in the tutorial. And you can see here, we've got DSP and a couple different cardstocks. And then we kind of did our focal point over there and a cute little love you. So super simple, but this was the inspiration or bouncing point to create that one. So this is one of them that's in the tutorial. And then there is a second card in the tutorial that uses this template in a little different way. And I'll give you a hint. It's going to be turned that way and stuff's going to be along the bottom. But there is your first one. So that does show you how to use that template. And then we have one more for you. And again, I think this was our month to play with circles. So here we go, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then my focal layer on this one is a square that is 3 inches. So 3 by 3. And we're gonna stick it right about there. Now, once again, with circles especially, remember you can vary the shapes. These could be squares, they could be die cuts, they could be flowers, they could be all kinds of things. But for the template, we've got, let's see what this one is, 1 3/4, plus a little guy here that is just 3/4. So, but you can see again, this is how you would design your card. Focal point, and then these are almost more just, you know, little embellishments, little doodads. They could be cutout images. And then our second one right there. So very easy template. Now let's bring in one of the cards, and you can see here, here's our little crab. So instead of using the circle, we've got the crab. And then there's a little circle plus another one with our greeting on there. So again, super easy card, but this is definitely a layout that I wouldn't come up with without that. So let's bring all of these back in. We've got template number 18. We'll go backwards, and there's a card sample using it. And then template number 17, as well as a sample using it. And we have 16. So this tutorial does have two more, or another card of each of these. So 6 completed cards using Ocean Friends in the 3 templates. Now, the tutorial is available if you make a purchase in my online store of at least $50 this month. We will send it to you automatically for free. So you'll get all the measurements plus step-by-step supply list, all that jazz to make 6 cards with Ocean Friends. Or we also have the tutorial available for sale on our website. So there'll be a link down in the description of this video that'll take you over to the website, to that blog post, and we'll have some pictures for you and all the details for the tutorial. Otherwise, start and stop the video and make your templates so that you can use them to create cards with any stamps, ink, and paper. Thanks for watching, my friends. I hope this is helpful for you. I hope you use these templates, but more importantly, as you make cards, send them. Bless somebody with happy mail in their mailbox. So thanks for watching. I'll be stamping again with you real soon. Have a stamp happy day.